I'm going to take a look at a miniature here from the Horus Heresy line of Forge World. It's kind of a sister company to Games Workshop. They produce a lot of resin miniatures that are more specialty, don't have as large of a model run. And this is Mortarion, the Primarch of the Death Guard. So you get a picture of what he looks like there. And then you get kind of a detailed picture to show where some of the smaller pieces fit onto the model. So he does come in one of the larger boxes. That's kind of why it was opened up, because this was beat up. And they had sent me the wrong book in an order, so I had to contact their customer service to get the right book, and I wanted to make sure a lot of the models that I ordered in that same order didn't need to be replaced too. So that's why it's already opened up. I had to check it out to make sure it wasn't messed up. So the first here is just a small clamshell pack, and it's going to come with some of the smaller pieces and the base, his arm. So it looks like we have a cloak piece here. You can see it's kind of a tattered cloak. It has those pauldrons, I believe that's maybe what those are called. This looks like to be his loincloth. Those little clamshells don't like to stay open. We have a little sprue here with some bits. These are some pipes that kind of vent out of the top and back of his armor, and they are labeled there. That's what you use this diagram to kind of see where the pipes vent out of his power pack. Well, looks like I lost a piece. I don't know if I broke it off or I am missing one of the pieces there. I'm thinking I broke it off because I know it was there before, but it's one of the little sensors. You can see they're labeled too, because they hang off of his belt, kind of the lower part of his backpack. You have his gun, and you have his head here. They do get a lot of detail in these faces. Come on. There we go. Vicious looking. Hoping I didn't flick that little piece on the floor somewhere. We have his base here. And this is just the base that the model sits on. This piece actually sits in a larger diorama style base. You have his huge sickle weapon, which comes in 2 pieces. Hopefully that won't break when assembled. And so you have the shaft there and then the blade. And you have his 2 arms. And he's going to be holding that sickle two-handed rather. So you see where the handle's attached to the sickle. They have them in his fist already. You see the detail on his shoulder pieces. So then we have another clamshell pack with a lot of the bigger pieces in it. Most of it being his body and the base, the scenic base. So you have the part that the scenic base glues to and the part that his regular base glues to. and then here's the scenic base with a big piece of the flash there. You can see he's standing on some little platform, and then the other base will fit in this area. So this fits on the black base, and then the black base with his actual character base fits in here. And I believe this has another piece to it. You can kind of see it's has that rubbled out effect too, and it's just gonna kind of fit in there like that, I believe. Or it may wrap around more. It's hard to tell this little piece in there. And then the last two pieces here are his cloak. Super smooth looking. You get kind of a little ruffled edge at the bottom. This piece looks like it really needs to be cleaned. We've got a lot of release agent on it. So that's his cloak. Not a lot of detail on that, just fairly basic with all the folds in there. And then you have his body here. And there's lots of detail, but not a lot of stylized detail on the actual plates themselves. Just kind of more of a simple armor for him. You can see there's the backpack that a lot of those hoses and sensors go in. Lots of detail on the model. It's just not a overly ornate set of armor that he wears. More so than a standard trooper, but not so much as, say, Fulgrim. That model has all the little filigree and everything on it. So that's a look at a Mortarion, the Primarch of the Death Guard from the Horus Heresy line from Forge World.